Hello Taurus, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. We will be doing a general timeless reading today. Please take what's for you and whatever resonates. Leave the rest for whoever it could be meant for or may be meant for. But stick around long enough to find out the difference, because there may be something in here for you. We're starting off with the Wisdom of the Oracle for your oracles at this time. Let's see what's going on for Taurus. What you need to focus on. We have deep knowing. Deep knowing. All right, let's see if there's anything else for you before I read. Ooh, we have Treasure Island in the reverse, so that's a protection message here. I'm going to put that right up there. Let's move this down just a little bit here. Give it room to stand. There, so you'll be able to see it. Is that it? Let me make sure. Anything else here for Taurus? Nope, that is definitely it. Okay, Deep Knowing and Treasure Island in the reverse. Treasure Island is generally a positive card. I feel like something you've worked hard for, something that is coming to fruition here. It is the number 9, so it's the culmination of, and you're almost to that new day. It took a lot of work. I feel you have this treasure chest on Sea Turtle's back here, tortoise, if you will, and I feel like it's ever moving. Like if you're trying to say you have a pot of gold sitting on top of a sea creature, and you're trying to, it's like evading you. Feels like it's evading you because it moves continuously. So it's an island that is constantly in movement. It's not like you can just, oh, let's go over there and go on the shores. It's constantly in movement, so you've got to find it. And I feel like you've worked very hard to get to a place with yourself that that you can feel comfortable with and is prosperous. It is in the reverse, and the message when I read it may be different than what I'm feeling, but that's where I say the message is something may be in here for you, even if it feels like it isn't. All right, and the deep knowing, feeling like you know exactly where what it is that you want, and it seems like someone maybe have for some time now worried about pleasing other people, knowing certain things that you want and holding your stuff, the stuff that you want right below the surface. You can't sustain that for very long because your emotions may take over, your emotions because you possibly feel strongly about something, but because you may be in a whatever environment you're in, you're trying to please other people. So you hold your feelings at bay or your ideas at bay because you want to make sure that they still, I feel like saying, like you or love you, or feeling like that you have to let them have their way all the time, possibly, so that you can keep the air. Like, it's not your responsibility to keep everything, to keep the air clear, should I say like that. Maybe feeling like you're trying to keep like walking, almost feeling like walking on eggshells. But you can't sustain that energy very long. You can't stay in that mode very long. It's okay if you need to do this once in a while with someone. But when you end up in a relationship or in a situation with other people where you're in a vicinity of other people all the time. This could be a work environment, it could be a home environment, and you're constantly walking on eggshells to try to people please everybody else. That way it keeps the dust settled. You know what I'm saying? It keeps everything, the energy levels from spiking or arguments from happening, and you know, you see what I'm saying? So it feels like someone is to that verge of the people, and this could be with that feeling I felt like always constantly trying to trying to find that, and it's moving. So you're working hard on finding a place where you can feel comfortable as well as worrying about everybody else. Sometimes you just got to worry about yourself. So just be mindful of that. All right, we're going to start off here with Deep Knowing, number 43. Essential meanings: intuition, listening to the oracle within; empathy, hypersensitivity. The oracle's message: intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. Relationship message: there are occasions when you just know, deep in your heart and soul, that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly, onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey. So pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Prosperity message: this is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. With you, there is an auricular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the mechanisms of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Somebody having ideas, ways to getting what you want. Maybe paths, you've set down different paths, and as you go down, you realize that's not the proper one, and it could be about as like this: the moving, the changing, and finally getting where it is that you need to be. All right, we have the number 9, and I will read the protection message. Essential meanings: the law of attraction bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. The protection message: poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you have acquired? So you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand. You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. It is funny that this card also talked about dreaming and intuition, in your dreams, intuition. I feel like somebody may have had some kind of intuitive dream, if you will. Could have been just maybe thought you were asleep, and it was more of a like an in and out of consciousness kind of thing. Because a lot of times I will see things at that time, and I'm like, did I just start to go into a dream, but I realize I'm still awake. Sometimes you have to really think and look deeper into what it is you saw or heard or felt, because it is sometimes messages coming through, and this may be the same for you as well at this time. And the other thing is, both of these cards talked of taking risks, jumping into something, going forward, not worrying about the outcome necessarily. This could be, there could be something holding you back, especially that what I was feeling in the beginning when I was talking of walking on eggshells around people, trying to keep the peace. That's the words that I wanted before. I couldn't come up with it. But keeping the peace in a situation, whether it be work and work environment or home, giving in to someone else's wants and needs, and just to keep arguments from happening. You can only go so long with that, because if that person, if you keep giving in, you open that door to them thinking that you will always give in and they can always get what they want with you. So just be mindful of that. That's when the big argument happens. That's when the big thing happens, or the big change happens, is when you had enough and you don't care if you're stepping on straight eggs, not just the eggshells. You're done with it, right? That's when an explosion happens. All right, Taurus, let's see here. Get into the body of your read. What does Taurus need to know at this time? Ooh, the sun. Nice. Very nice. Seeing something good coming through here. That's the ultimate. We have the star. It's in the reverse, but still talks of things not ending up as for you to be happy. Things aren't going to end up the way that you expected them to, or the way that you envisioned it to happen. Maybe in a relationship, you thought things were going to go a certain way, but personalities begin to change, or not so much that they change, is that you begin to really know each other, especially if you didn't give each other enough time. Give yourself enough time to learn this person before you hopped into this, and you get connected, and then you find out this person has all of these flaws that maybe you didn't see before. I think that it's not that you can't be happy with this person because of their flaws. It's about loving them with the flaws, you know what I'm saying, or with the scars. And it has to be mutual. You have to be able to accept each other's faults, each other's scars, each other's pasts. I do feel like there's a lot of you that will be in relationships that are in relationships that maybe you had the walking on eggshells. You felt you had to do this. Maybe this person's doesn't want you to do that. Maybe they want you to express your true feelings. Because you know what? Sometimes it sounds like a lie when you say, "Oh, no, this is okay. I don't mind this." In reality, you can't stand it. But you say that because you think it's what they want to hear. In reality, you end up looking like a liar in the long run. You end up looking foolish in the long run. So don't hold back when someone's asking you if something's bothering you, or what have you. Temperance in the reverse. 8 of Cups in the reverse as well here. You're starting off here with all major players, all major, beginning with the major cards. This may be someone coming back into your life here with this 8 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like, or maybe you revisiting something, revisiting a cycle, possibly revisiting or beginning to come back into a phase that you may have went through before. So be mindful of that. I can't feel whether it's positive or negative that this energy that you're going to walk back into. You have the Temperance card in the reverse here. Maybe you've been patient long enough. It's time to refill your cup, replenish yourself. This may be, again, about focusing on your wants, your needs, the things that you want out of a situation or a relationship. Evaluating whether you're getting what you want out of it. I feel like you've been patient long enough with this in reverse. I feel like it's time for you to be able to express yourself, be able to, this may be you coming back in. Maybe you've been playing a role for people to keep that peace, you know, within your area. And this may be you returning to who you really are and expressing who you really are and what you really want and opening yourself up. Very interesting. What else do we have for Taurus here? Anything else for Taurus? Ooh, there we are. Three of Wands. Landed right about here, so that's, I feel like this energy is stemming. It's like right in the middle and stemming from everything that's been going on in the background here. Seeing your ship coming in. Three of Wands. Seeing things beginning to pan out. Things happening that maybe a relationship weren't sure if it was going in the right direction, and seeing that it is. And I feel like it has to do with this coming back to yourself. Being honest with your partner or with an employer possibly. Stop walking on the eggshells and tell them how you really feel. I'm not talking like go off on somebody. I'm talking about, or especially an employer, but I'm saying to let them know what you're willing to deal with. Let them know the amount of pressure that you're under. If it, don't keep pretending like you're so strong you can handle everything, because sometimes that's when that explosion happens. You know, you keep things back from someone, even in a relationship, at your job, and then blah, you run off at the mouth possibly because it just clicks one day and you're like, I'm tired of this crap, right? And that's what it feels like. But being open, honest, I feel like that's what's going to open the pathway. Being honest with a partner, being honest with a I'm not saying that anybody's necessarily lying. Could be. But I feel like it's more to appease or keep peace in a situation. You keep taking the blunt end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? You keep giving in to someone else's wants to the point you got where you don't see it. You don't see that it's panning out the way it needs to be. But I think that's because you gotta go back to your roots. Go to your roots, to yourself, the person that you once were, speaking out about things that say. I mean, it's. I feel like someone is kind of feeling weak if they act like they're not strong enough to handle a situation, or act like they're maybe a workload. It could be, you know, hey, can you do this too? Since you're already doing that, you want to do this too, and then you end up taking the blunt of a workload at your job, and it ends up being stressful. It ends up being too much. Don't be. Learn to speak out and be like, you know, I don't think I can deal with that right now. Give me some time and maybe later, whatever. But I feel like it's if you are overburdened, overstressed, this explosion is going to happen. So you need to open yourself up and let someone, whether, like I said, whether it be a boss or whatever, let them know how you feel when you got a level head, not when it ends up being too much and you blast that out there. Same with relationships. You don't want to do that. That's what causes a lot of problems. I do feel like that if this is about a relationship and it feels like something at home, in a home environment, really trying to be level-headed and sit down with someone and talk the situation out. That you may need to walk away for a while, but I do feel like you will be back. You will come back in once those high emotions are over. Okay, let's pull a few cards. Sorry about that. Tap the camera here. Ooh, well, that was quick. And they jumped out together, so there you go. We have the, let's do it down here, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands. I better put it up here, I guess. Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Four of Cups, Knight of Swords. Let me move these down a little bit so we can fit it all here. I like to keep the energies together when these cards come out together like this. The Eight of Cups. There's the Eight of Cups in the upright now. And the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, let's take a look at this. Alright, we have the Knight of Cups here. Moving in a direction and you letting, showing, using your heart, or putting a lot of emotion into something, into a situation. Thinking too much. I feel like thinking too much, making decisions too much based on like emotional thinking, emotional decision making can get you into trouble. It's nice to care about people, or that might be what's running you into trouble, though, is caring too much about what someone else thinks, and then you end up not getting what you want out of a situation. You have the Page of Wands in the reverse here. I feel like that there has been something more, maybe more than one somethings. The pages are messengers, right? They're things that become evidently clear, I feel. You may have, within this situation, this may be a lesson to be learned. With this being a wands here, it's like learning something about a situation. It is in the reverse, so I'm almost feeling like the universe may be trying to teach you a lesson, or show you something, and you may have be ignoring it because of this unending eggshell walking as well here. And then you have this Four of Cups. That is also signifying not seeing what's right before you, not maybe wanting to know what you need to do to make yourself feel better in a situation, and yet you're not taking the cues that the universe is sending you, not picking up on it. You have the Knight of Swords. This is about walking with, opening up and walking with, wanting to communicate, needing to communicate in the situation, and express yourself. This is back to expressing yourself. This is the mode that you need to get into. And then you have the Eight of Cups, walking away from a situation if need be. I feel like if need be, you need to step out of the situation you're in for a while. And then you have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is about when it's in the upright, it's about joining forces with like-minded individuals, you know, on a same goal. I feel like there's people around you, especially if it's within your household environment, that aren't on the same page with you, you know, to get to your prosperous. And maybe you need to walk away from the situation, walking away from opening. There may be a having to leave a place of residence. I'll see if this comes up here in the cards when we try to clarify this here. But it feels like stepping with this Eight of Cups, stepping away from a situation, walking away from a situation, getting back to yourself. That may, once you express yourself, you may have to either leave a situation, step away, because this person or people may not be, like I say, on the same page as you. They may never be on the same page as you. So this is like you being confronted with some things that should have been talked about a long time ago, it feels. But I do feel like this conversation is going to come up. Definitely. I feel like you need to initiate it. Maybe this page of wands was openings where you could have said something and you didn't as well here. Ignored the signs that, you know, this is when you're supposed to did this. You should have said something. It might have happened several times. You should have said something. You should have did something. You should have told them how you really felt about the situation. But you may have been, like I say, walking on the eggshells, not wanting to disturb the peace, if there is any peace. In the meantime, you left no peace for yourself. I do feel like ultimately, with this starting out, this is what you want. You want the happiness. You want the sun. You want this ultimate abundance and being, it's just about being happy, wanting to be happy. It feels like possibly with the star in the reverse, because the star can be about, you know, your dreams and your hopes and your aspirations here. And it's in the reverse. I feel like you may have to take a route that you don't want to or didn't expect to get in where you need to be. I do feel like this patience is run out here. You're done with it. I feel like you're going to be done with it. But it's better to do it in a controlled environment. You know what I mean? Like, do it when you're, like I said before, do it when you're level-headed. Don't do it in the heat of the moment. Don't let it build to a bursting in the heat of the moment argument. And this goes to all areas, with your job or business or your home life or in a relationship. I do feel like at this point, when you start communicating properly and not and walking away from, I feel like needing to walk away from a person or people or a job that is not working on the same goal as you, for your life and for your happiness. All right, let's take a few cards for clarity here. What else does Taurus need to know about this energy at this time? Eight of Swords landed on the Three of Wands. Wow. Eight of Swords is about like a self-imposed restriction, keeping yourself from doing some things, because you keeping yourself blinded. She's blindfolded and she's got swords around her, but she can get through. There's plenty of gaps she can get around, or she can go around the backside and go a different path as well. This maybe you have kept yourself in a situation for some time, and it landed here. I feel like it has to do with you can't see, or for some time now you haven't been able to see a positive future, things changing, but some of it is because you have held yourself back by holding your tongue and keeping that peace. So just be mindful of that. Anything else for Taurus? Anything else? Nope. All right, I want to look into, I'm going to pull this deck. I want to look into your finances here. Let's veer off a little. Is there anything they need to know about their money, their career at this time for Taurus? Please and thank you. Anything that they need to focus on at this time? The Wheel. Remember, this is about your money. This is about your career. I feel like change is definitely happening here. Things may be going in a different direction, career-wise. I think some of you may be changing your career path or changing jobs. This may have to do a little bit with this energy, maybe not being willing to take things anymore. And once you voice your opinion, you end up having to walk away from, because it's not benefiting you to stay where you are anymore. This could be, if I feel like for someone who is investing, like in stocks or whatever. I don't know a lot about that stuff, but I feel like it's about changing. I feel like saying moving money. You will be moving money to a different account or to a different, maybe moving stocks. I'm not sure how that works, but moving, like maybe selling stocks and buying others. We have the Knight of Swords. here again. But this is about your money. Moving in a different direction. Going towards like it's almost, I almost feel like a marathon or a triathlon. It's like he's on foot right now, but he's heading towards this motorcycle. It's time to jump on the motorcycle so you can get farther and go faster. Change. A change that puts you in a more positive direction. Getting towards your, getting towards your prosperity faster, it feels. Going in a good direction here. All right, we have the King of Wands. Knowing what you want and going after it, it feels. You have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Changing direction. I feel like it's an uncomfortable change, but it's positive and it'll help you move forward. And I feel like being pulled in a direction as well. You may have thought about doing something like either selling or moving stocks, or changing your bank, possibly changing jobs, completely changing your career. I feel like it will put you from running on your own 2 feet here, or hopping on a motorcycle or in a car, and just being able to, the difference in how fast you can get to your destination is going to change and plummet you, and plummet. I didn't mean plummet, but like shoot you forward, shoot you in a more positive direction faster. The King of Wands, I feel like this is you learning more about yourself and wanting to learn more about whatever it is that you're doing. You may want to go back to school, or take up maybe there's something that you would have rather done than the job that you have or the business that you have, and you're wanting to learn more things, different things, finding your strength, and working with that as well. You have the Two of Cups and the Star in the upright. Interesting. The Two of Cups, this may be you joining forces with a loved one. This could be pushing you in the direction of a romantic partner as well. I know this is about your money and career. But I feel like for someone, not everybody, for someone, this may be whatever this change or this career move, possibly job, moving to a different job, learning new skills, whatever it is you're doing, it feels like you're going to be finding some kind of a connection here. And you have the Star, like this may move you in the direction of your happiness, whether you know it or not. It might not feel like it at the time, but there's some kind of a union going on here. This may be 2 people connecting together to start a business, or to, like, I feel like joining forces for the changes that you both need. It's like, I feel like magic being made. You joining forces with someone and magic being made here. Making life more colorful for each other. And definitely getting to that star point. Getting to your dreams. Holding on to your dreams here. She's holding on to the star like it's a kite or a balloon. So bright you can't see. You can't see what is at the end of that string, but you know it's great. And you're holding on to it. All right, let's pull a few message cards for you here, Taurus. Okay, landing right over here. Love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. And I'm going to put this right here. I feel like there's a few of you here that are either renewing love that you already have, possibly. Oops, sorry about that. drop my cards. Yeah, quite a few drop here. We have prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. I'm going to put that right there. We have abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune, and lucky chances here. Ooh, let's put that right here. Of course, we have this that fell right over here. 3 rays of light, Awen. Balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. Yes, let's put that here. And we have Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. This is very positive energy here. I'm going to put this right here. Very positive energy. I feel like getting something off your chest, not allowing that old energy to come back in where you're allowing people to talk. I don't think it's about talking to you any kind of way, but allowing them to make you feel less like what your wants and desires are not as important as the whole or other people within your soul tribe or your house. It does feel like within the same house, but you may need to move on as well to find your balance, to find your star, to find your dreams, have your dreams come true. I do feel like it's to a point, this boiling point, that you lose your patience. You lose your patience, and change may be forced on you as well with this wheel over here. Change may be forced on you if you don't make the change or open up doors to make the change. It may be about fear of things changing too much. If you let someone know or people know what it is, that something bothers you and that you're not willing to accept it anymore. But I feel it's better than the explosion. I really do. All right, Taurus, that's it for this read. This was longer than I expected. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.